So where am I? Don't worry. Hello guys, ET99 here and welcome to today's video. And today, in a bit of a random location, we're going to be going through our tips and predictions for round 4 of the 2026 NRL season. Last week we did about 5, 6 from 8. I think something like that. I don't think we did too terribly, but we did okay. So I feel like we could try to get ourselves better. So without further ado, let's get into the first game. Starting off on Thursday, we have the Manly Sea Eagles taking on the Sydney Roosters. The Manly Sea Eagles come off a much-needed bye, with their last game being their embarrassing loss to the Knights, 36-18, whilst the Roosters are coming off their loss to the Panthers, where, yeah, Penrith are back. They are back and basically slapped them all silly. This game is going to be very interesting. The Roosters need very much a bounce back, whilst Manly need to find some remnants of form, because Anthony Seibold, your job's starting to get on the line, mate. But I think this is going to be a very interesting matchup, to say the least. But I reckon with how the Roosters kind of faltered a little bit, this is a match that they really need to win. And I think that they will get the win. 13 plus, I believe. But yeah, Roosters, they kind of need this result and they need it to go their way. And I think they will. Now we go into the Friday games. We're at 6 PM. We have the New Zealand Warriors taking on the West Tigers. Now the Warriors coming off a decent performance against the Knights in Newcastle. Yeah, it was good. Wasn't the full-strength Knights though. Whilst the West Tigers are coming off a close loss to South Sydney in Gosford, which has also resulted in their halves pairing of Adam Doueihi and Jerome Luai very much in doubt for this game, and quite likely being out. This is being recorded before the team lists come out anyways, just so you know. But yeah, this genuinely is a match where the Warriors are just going to continue their streak, because they're currently first at the moment, in a very shocking sense. They are very much first. But yeah, I think the Warriors should be able to win this game, as we start seeing New Zealanders start buying tickets to fly over, and then they collapse. Yeah, this should be a pretty easy get for them. Then we go to Friday at 8 PM as we have the battle for Brisbane. If this is even a rivalry, it is the Brisbane Broncos taking on the Dolphins. The Broncos are coming off a comeback win over the Melbourne Storm. Where have we heard that before? Whilst the Dolphins are coming off a very important win over the Cronulla Sharks to really get themselves back into playing form. I mean, they're 2 in a row now, but I think there's been a lot of expectations, but now they're alright. They're now beating a team that has consistently been in the finals. This match will be rather interesting, especially when it comes to the Broncos, and it's like, oh, are they back now? There is questions about Payne Haas at the moment. He was apparently training with the rehab side, but I don't know if that's just, oh, we're messing with your head. But I guess we'll find out later today if Payne Haas is out. But I think this will be quite a close game. I'm actually going to go and say that I think the Dolphins might do this in a very close one. It'll be interesting to see what does happen. But now we go into the Saturday matches. We're at 3 PM. We have the Canterbury Bulldogs taking on the Newcastle Knights. The Bulldogs still undefeated to start their season, 2 from 2, with a close win over the Canberra Raiders. Whilst the Knights, as for mentioned, are coming off their spineless loss over the New Zealand Warriors. I say that because their spine is gone. But yeah, I believe Fletcher Sharp should be able to be for this game, but I just think it's going to be another one of these ones where the Bulldogs... This is probably the one where the Bulldogs actually do put in a very convincing performance, because they haven't really done that so far this year. So I'm going to say I think the Bulldogs should get 13 plus. If they don't, then fraud alert. Now we go into Saturday, 5:30 PM, as we have the Battle of the West, whatever you want to call it. It is the Penrith Panthers against the Parramatta Eels. The Panthers are coming off a dismantling of the Sydney Roosters, whilst the Parramatta Eels, in a pretty decent game against the Dragons, were able to get the win, and Parramatta now 2 in a row, which is good. Seems that both teams currently coming in on all right form. I think it ends for Parramatta here though, because I think Penrith are just back to their best. I genuinely think the last year's struggle was forced. So it's like, oh, let's win outside the top 4. That's my justification. I genuinely think what has happened. And I'm going to say that I think Penrith win this. And yeah, a bit unfortunate, especially it is being played at Combat. But yeah, I think the Panthers are going to be too good. And now we go to the final game on the Saturday, where at 7:35 PM, we have the North Queensland Cowboys taking on the Melbourne Storm. Now the Cowboys are coming off with their first win of the season, defeating the Gold Coast Titans, whilst the Melbourne Storm are coming off their comeback defeat to the Brisbane Broncos in Melbourne. I think this would be a very big win for the Cowboys if they were able to get this done, whilst the Storm, I mean, obviously looking to bounce back from last week, but I feel this could be a pretty high-scoring game for both teams, because it usually is when these two teams play each other. I just think the Storm are just going to be a little bit too good for them, but I think this will be actually a bit of a close game. And now we go into the Sunday games, where at 4 or 5 p.m. we have the Canberra Raiders taking on the Cronulla Sharks. The Raiders are coming off a close loss to the Bulldogs at home, whilst the Sharks are coming off a dismantling at home by the Dolphins. So this is realistically two teams that kind of not being as high as they probably think they should be, so they need to get a win in this sort of result. The Raiders is going to be interesting. Obviously, this will be the first time playing since that semi-final where the Cronulla Sharks just did not let Canberra into the game. So obviously the Raiders will be looking for a bit of revenge there, but the Sharks are looking to bounce back their season. It's going to be quite even, I think possibly a little bit close, but I'm going to say I think Canberra might get it done. I just think the Sharks are probably more prone to having a little bit of these like hapless losing streaks and trying to get bounced back into form. When it's good, it's great. When it's not great, it's not 100%. But yeah, I think Canberra should be able to get this over the line. But I think it'll still be somewhat close. And finally, 6:15 p.m. on Sunday, the final match of the round. And we've got another belter. It is the Gold Coast Titans taking on the St. George Illawarra Dragons. 2 weeks in a row, the final match on the Sunday is a perpetual spoon bowl, but this one could actually be the one. The Titans are coming off a loss to the North Queensland Cowboys where, I mean, Jaden Campbell was good coming back. That was really it. It's like if Jaden Campbell wasn't there, it would have been an absolute belt to backside match, unfortunately. Whilst the Dragons actually had a bit of a decent performance against Parramatta, but it just couldn't work enough for them to get the win as Parramatta got away with it. But this match right here, the Dragons must win this game. If they don't, then unfortunately a lot of the predictions coming into this saying that the Dragons will get the wooden spoon will be very much more likely, because yeah, they need to win this game desperately, and I'm going to say that I think they will. I think the Dragons will win this, as pretty much I feel like this match could very much be the early decider of who gets a wooden spoon. But still got a lot of footy to go. And those are my predictions for round 4. Who do you guys have? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all later.